Hello, welcome to another episode of Barlow's TV, your local landscape and garden resource. So I'm Stephen Barlow here in our greenhouse amongst beautiful early spring Easter flowers. Today, I'm going to teach you how you can make an early spring container just like our designers do. Super simple, so let's get started. Okay, here we go. We're ready to make our early spring container, whether it's for your porch. You actually bring it inside and make it as a centerpiece. I'm going to show you how you can do it. And my designers, they do these beautiful ones, and we're very fortunate to have such a great staff to make these. I'm going to show you can do it. So I picked out these beautiful pansies, ranunculus, tulips, hyacinths, and primroses to put in this container. And you can see these plants have nice lush flowers on them, great dark green leaves. The tulips are nice and tight. So I've got a good mix of flowers here to get started. So I have my nice container. I chose this shallow bowl here because these plants don't need a ton of water, so I don't need a really deep container. And you know, with these plants, they do a little bit, I like them in a shallow bowl. So I have my soil here. Like I always say in all our videos here, you want to make sure you get a good potting soil. We at Barlow's use the Fatford brand. So I'm going to open it up. They make it nice and easy to open. And I'm going to scoop some just to put a little bit of soil on my base of my pot here. You use a pot to do that, or if you have a trowel at home, you can always do that too. So I want a little bit of a base in there to kind of mound the soil up. And this soil, see, it's nice and light and fluffy. It's not like your garden soil. The roots of these plants need to breathe. So what I'm going to do is I always want to start with my center. I want to have something nice and tall in the center. So I have my tulips here, and you know, these tulips come like this. You can see the roots coming out of the bottom, nice and healthy plants. Now with these, you can break these apart. Don't be afraid that the plant's going to die. So if you look here, they've got lots of roots. I'm going to break these apart because I don't need all these tulips. And I'm actually going to take these, I'm going to go plant these in my garden in a little bit. I'll put those off to the side because I want to mix up some purple. You can see these tulips are nice and tight. I'm going to mix up some of these yellow tulips too. So I'm going to simply break them apart. It won't damage them. Just like this. So I have a nice mix of these tulips. So I'm going to pot these right in the center. And I'm going to put some soil around them just so they are supported nicely. And I have my height, my starting point. So I'm going to start to add my next layer, which I love these plants. These are ranunculus. They're a great spring flower. They're going to last well into the middle of June. If you look, they have all these new buds coming out on them. They come in a bunch of different pastel colors. Just a really nice spring flower, and they do like the cooler temperatures. So I'm going to put that right here on this side, kind of raise that up a little bit to kind of add that next layer. And then on the other side, I'm going to use a hyacinth. Hyacinths are another great bulb. They have that wonderful smell. Some people like it, some people don't. And they come in blues and pinks and whites. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that over on this side. So we're starting to take shape here. Now I'm going to put my low-lying plants in here. So what I have here is I have some primroses, another great cool season plant that you can put in containers or in your garden, much like the ranunculus. And these, they have some nice roots on them. I'm going to pop them around here like this. And we'll break up the roots a little bit, so just to kind of get them going. I'm going to space them out, so I'm going to put something in the center over here. So you see how they're all spaced out in there. So we're definitely starting to take shape here. If this right here, and I got a couple spots in here I'm going to fill in. What I'm also going to do, I forgot to put these in. These are my little tete-a-tetes or mini daffodils. Another great plant. Now these have these, same thing with these. I'm just going to split them apart. So I actually got 4 little plants out of these right here. I'm going to pop them in each one of my 4 corners. And this will not damage them, so I get that little bit of height in there. So now I've got these other 4 little holes here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in with some soil around them just to hold all these in place. So you see now, finally, my favorite spring flowers are violas and pansies. You look at these violas, look at these awesome faces on them. It's like a lot of people say they have happy faces. So I'm going to pop some of these plugs in. You can pull them out. You want to pull this like this, and then pull them out like that. And then you're going to pop them in around here. You're going to add that nice final touch to our container. thing with these, they have their nice white roots. And they're going to grow in there. So just like that. We're almost done. The last thing I want to do is make sure everything's in there nice and tight. Everything looks good. And I'm going to give it a little water just to get everything all settled in there. Make sure my container looks good. Clean it off. And there you go. You have a beautiful early spring container. And even me, and I am no match of a designer, but I can do it. So if I can do it, you can do it. Hope you learned a little bit about this episode today. We have a ton of these things available for sale this weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. Come out and see us. Be happy to help you lay this all out too. Thanks for watching this episode and have a great day.